Good evening, Noswitha, hello, Croiser, welcome back to the channel. I've been asked to do a video by Michelle W on YouTube, who has asked me to do to talk about the weaponsmiths. So here is a weaponsmith, and I will talk about that in just a moment. Now, firstly, I have to begin by apologising. I cannot remember what level your base needs to be at before you can produce a weaponsmith, and I cannot remember what level your buildings need to be at before you can convert them into a weaponsmith. I believe it is level 5, but I may be wrong. So I do beg your pardon if I'm wrong on that. It's been a while since I did this, so I have forgotten the process. I may have done a video about it at the time. I don't think I did, but if you check my back catalogue, there may be stuff there. The building I would recommend turning into weaponsmith is a workshop. So here's my workshop here. As you know, it will build battle items. You do not need a huge number of workshops. In fact, I would say 2 is more than sufficient, and you can get by with 1. So if ever you want to convert a building, the workshop is the one to go for. Now, I've converted two of my workshops into weaponsmiths, and they are now at level 10. Level 10 weaponsmiths are very good because they can build 5-star weapons. They don't always make them, but they can do it. That's the thing. So, 5-star weapons is what you want. And 5-star weapons, there are only 2 ways of getting them. One is summoning, which I find very unreliable, which is why I have gone for the weaponsmith. So let's say I wanted to do a summon, and I go, ooh, what can I get? What can I get? Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, I got 4-star. Well, that's above average. But 5-star weapons are few and far between and hard to get. In fact, let's see. Well, summoning seems to be on my side. Let's do another summons. Let's see how we get on. Let's go back up here. Maybe luck will smile upon me this day. Yeah, 3-star gun. So either way, 2 summons, no 5-star gun. Standard. And the same would be true of my weaponsmith, but I don't have to spend any money or epic weapon coins to do it. Now, you can build a weaponsmith. I don't know how much they cost to build. You can convert other buildings into a weaponsmith. I would recommend, as I say, using your workshops. Convert workshops into weaponsmiths, and then you can use them to assemble bits. Now, personally, I would not bother with building advanced weapons. That's rubbish. I would not bother with purple parts, rare or lower rank, blah, 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 blah. Epic parts might be useful, but probably not. Epic weapons can be useful if you're fairly new to the game and short of 4-star weapons. Now, I've found 4-star weapons are relatively common. If you do enough summons and get enough epic weapons tickets and so on and so forth. So I don't often build them myself. I seem to regularly be short of epic parts, but mainly of epic red parts. So red parts is one I've researched. Don't know why, it just seems to be what I'm short of, but you can research that. Epic weapons, I haven't even actually researched it because at the time I got there, I was not short of epic weapons. I had plenty of them. I was short only of legendary weapons. Legendary parts, likewise, not hugely short of them. I could research it and develop it in time. Not there yet. Which just leaves you with legendary weapons, which is basically the prize of having the weaponsmith. Legendary weapons, it is costly, it is time consuming, it is annoying, etc, etc. I'm going to set 4 to build in this one, and let's see, well, I've set the rest to build in this one, which is what, 3 I think, no, 2, beg your pardon. So I've set my weaponsmiths off. They're now building 5-star weapons. 5-star weapons are very good, they make a huge difference. Even looking at the standard 5-star weapons, let alone the master weapons ones. Let's see, so here is a roadblock. You will see it adds 230 to attack, 219 to defense, 13% chance of armor, 13% armor piercing, 33% health resistance. So they can make a huge difference. They can make a fairly weak hero strong, and they can make a strong hero awesome. Massive attack damage, massive shield defense, and much greater chances of critical hits and armor piercing and so on and so forth. They do vary a little bit. Some are better than others. What do you call it? Let's just scroll through to the W3E1 Smaw is a particularly good one. Adds 85 to the healthy hero, 25% critical chance, and critical chance means you're doubling your hits. armor up and increases defense and attack by 227. So it's a nice, powerful weapon. 5-star weapons are worth having. They are expensive. They are hard to come by, and that is why it's worth building a weaponsmith. If you are a big spender, you probably won't need to. You can just do loads of summons and get loads of 5-star weapons that way. The returns are poor. If you are a free player or a cheap player, then it's worth building your weaponsmiths up and then developing them over time in order to build up your weapons that you need to make your heroes ultra strong. And that's it, really. I mean, that's the key point. Yes, it does take a long time. Yes, they're not hugely efficient. There is certainly, I mean, if you look, as I sort of mentioned earlier on, if you look at my weaponsmiths, I did research red parts because I need red parts. I researched epic parts, but that's it. I mean, most of the weaponsmith I'm not using, but it is worth it for the legendary weapons alone. Personally, I haven't used any of the other elements particularly. Red parts, as you can see, I've researched that. Epic weapons can be useful. I'm not short of 4-star weapons, so I haven't bothered so I haven't really used it very much. But the legendary weapons chance is worth having because legendary weapons are hard to come by. And I mean, I've been playing the game now for approximately 3 years, and I still do not have a 5-star yellow weapon. So you can see I've got a 5-star blue weapon in the W3E1 Smal. I got the Warhead RPG 5-star green. I've got the Tank Bane 5-star red. I've got the Bullpup 5-star purple, but I do not have a 5-star yellow weapon. So, and the 4-star weapons, nicer they are. You can see 192 and 192 attack, 172 defense versus 227 attack and 227 defense. So the difference is about 50, which can make quite a difference when you are attacking. So it's definitely worth having the weaponsmith as a chance of getting better weapons. I agree it is time consuming. I agree that it is possibly not the most exciting of buildings, and personally I would only bother really with legendary weapons. Legendary parts you could bother with if you've got 5-star weapons you really want to assemble. Yeah, fine, do it, go for it. Do the legendary parts. I haven't bothered. I'm not short of parts because I disassembled so many weapons from various events and everything else. It's just not something I need. But, it can be useful. What else have we got? Epic weapons. Again, I'm not short of 4-star weapons. Haven't bothered with that. You can do. If you're new to the game and you need 4-star weapons, it's good. Epic parts can be useful. I don't really build many parts. I rely on disassembling. I disassemble so many weapons. The coloured parts, I must admit, for some reason I always seem to be short of red parts, so that's why I've researched that one. Advanced weapons, rare or lower rank weapons, unless you are desperately short, I wouldn't bother with those, because basically you will get tons of 3-star, which is rare weapons, throughout your game, so I wouldn't bother with that, which just really means that for doing the building and upgrading and everything else, the only one I really strongly recommend is the last one, legendary weapons, and that's the one I'm relying on here. I'm not saying the others are useless, but I wouldn't bother with them, personally. I would just basically research legendary weapons and then try and get yourself some 5-star guns, because 5-star guns are worth having and make a huge difference to your attack and defense power. And then use disassembling weapons you've gained from farming to boost those weapons into ones that will be significantly more powerful and useful, and etc. etc. I hope there was something at least reasonably useful in there. I do apologise if there wasn't, but it is not the greatest of buildings, but it is definitely one I would recommend that you have. Keeping it going all the time is difficult because they require so many weapons parts. So to be fair, in hindsight, I mean, I've got two converted, but one would have been enough. But hindsight, beautiful thing, 2020, etc., etc. Hope there was something useful in this video. So if there was, please do feel free to make a comment. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, etc., etc. All the normal stuff YouTubers do love to say. It just remains for me now to say, may death come swiftly to your enemies. Take care of yourselves. Wishing you all the best. Good night. Hoil Vower. Take care. Goodbye.